Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Simple Politics. So we just heard that the Secretary General of MKP has resigned, or rather he's going back to his job. I am going to read his resignation letter, and I am going to read the suspension letter from his job that I see now has been released. But my question is, just before I dive into it, I want to leave you with this question to think about. This is the second MKP Secretary General to leave, whether he's leaving for a job or not. And also, why would you put someone in a powerful position such as the SG, put someone who you're gonna put temporarily so that he can return to his job? I don't think that was the intended plan. Yes, I see my MK members are already commenting on my Twitter, on my TikTok, saying no, he's going back to his job. Why would you take such an important position, which is this guy has been an SG for less than 2 months? Why would you take such an important position and give it to someone temporarily, especially after you've had an SG that left, reinstated and left again? I don't think this was the intended, but we're gonna get right into it, okay? And then I also want us to get I want this to be a very short video, by the way. I'm not intending for it to be long. And then I also want to get to the ex-MKP members of parliament that that have turned now into the Johannesburg High Court regarding funds or money. Let me just quickly read this heading. It says that former MKP members have turned to the Gauteng High Court in Johannesburg in an urgent bid to attach the bank accounts of the Umkhonto weSizwe Party pending a compensation they intend to file. This follows the termination of their membership of the party and the NA. Hebana. And then a part of me is just like, I wish these guys were not terminated. Maybe they should have just been given like mayor or something, yana, or councillor or whatever, something to keep them busy, because I feel like now they are coming for blood, and we are going to get right into that. And if we do get a chance, there's been an account on Twitter of a guy who has been ranting. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. It's a group of people that have apparently been campaigned for MK before the elections, that they've got receipts of what they've done. And apparently after the elections, obviously new people were instated, people were taken to parliament, and obviously they were not given any consideration. So now they are ranting and they are saying, try them, they're gonna release more information. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get into that, but if I do get into it, it will be right at the end. But now, okay, let's start with the MK members first that are taking MK to court. Let's see, what are they saying? What is it about? Just before we get right into it, my name is Zizipo Lupelwana. This is Simple Politics. This is a platform where we react to everything politics. You might not like it. You might not like everything that I have to say. It's okay. That's normal. All right. And this is a platform where we talk about what's happening in the country, all things politics. And just to remember while I'm saying this, Fikile Mbalula posted yesterday. Hey, Fikile Mbalula, just before I get into the MK party, guys, Fikile Mbalula posted yesterday, and he said that we must work together. What did he say? He says we must work together to defend the Bella Bill. We must not allow the DA to I don't know what he said. We must wait. Let me read. He said we must not allow the DA. We must unite as the people of South Africa. He said something like that. We must unite as the people of South Africa. I retweeted then. I said, this is your problem and this is your mess. And deal with your DA. Now you want us to unite to help you fight the DA and Abo Afro Forum. Now we must unite and we can assist you. But never, son. It can never. Deal with your mess. Deal with your problems. Don't now that it's like. And 10 minutes ago, I see that he posted something as well. Sorry, guys, we're quickly running through this Fikile Mbalula rant. He says that the Bella Act aims to create a more inclusive, equitable, and efficient basic education system. It addresses the long-standing challenges that have created obstacles in our basic education ecosystem. The protest against the implementation of the Bella Act, which seeks to promote social cohesion and provide dual mediums of instruction, is emblematic of their commitment to preserving apartheid era policy thinking. Kutsho ufikile Mbalula uthi i-DA ne-Freedom Front Plus, them protesting, it is for them to preserve their apartheid era policy thinking. Utsho ngoku. Is it not too late? Anyway, let us get to the real reason why I made this video today. And you know what? Sorry, just before I continue, you know, Colin Malach is always counting things that he has done. This is the things that he should be shining upon as the youth leader. This is the parts where we should be hearing his voice. We will never hear his voice. All he talks about is him organizing the biggest march. What is that? All right. Let's get back to the MKP. So anyway, if you are seeing me for the first time, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, you help us reach a much wider audience, and also it also motivates me to continue making more content. Okay, so please do subscribe for me. It is free of charge. Okay, now let's read this from the MKX members that went to the Gauteng High Court. It says that the applicants campaigned for the MK party and persuaded the public to make significant financial contributions to the party on assurances that the party was democratic and the funds would be administered to pursue policy that progress the country. We did not campaign for the funds to be used at the sole discretion of Mr. Zuma. So, first of all, they are saying that they've campaigned for people to donate. But Kwabona, they are also wrong, because I feel like when the money was being donated and being given to whoever, they didn't have a problem. And now all of a sudden they have a problem because they are no longer in the party. Because when they were asking people to donate that money, they didn't have specific projects in place, Kwabona. So it's not like they're gonna say, oh, the money didn't do project A and B as we intended. Instead, it did 1, 2, and 3. So it's not like they had projects in place. They didn't. So now they are just being hypocrites. They are just crying foul because they are no longer in the party. Otherwise, they're lying if they are saying, no, we wanted this money to do other things in the party. And then 71, it says that the applicants and the other members of the MK party in parliament were encouraged to donate part of their parliamentary salary from the National Assembly to Mr. Zuma's personal Capitec bank account. Many of the applicants made payments to 10,000 each to Mr. Zuma's private Capitec account as a sign of loyalty, and on the basis that he would use the funds to run the party democratically in a manner consistent with the interim constitution. Again, when they donated that 10,000, they were not forced. They chose to give away 10,000 to Jacob Zuma. So, I mean, you can't cry foul now because no one forced you. And you found it okay when you were in the party to donate the 10,000. But now that you are no longer there, it's a problem. Yeah. And then 72 says that, unfortunately, the fines were paid to the MK party by members of public, including ourselves, to the MK party bank accounts, and Mr. Zuma's personal bank account have been used in a manner inconsistent with purposes that the public and ourselves were informed before payments were made. It follows that the applicants and any affected member of public have a right to claim against the cited bank account and any other accounts that the first, second, and third respondent used to receive funds from the public. So apparently they've got a right to claim the money back. 73, as a result of Mr. Zuma's decision, the applicants and our dependents have been left destitute and had not been and had it not been for Mr. Zuma's unilateral decisions that have negatively affected us, we would not be in a financial ruin. In the above premises, the applicants have been left without alternative but to claim for compensation from MK Party and the Zuma bank accounts. So now they are claiming for compensation. And yes, guys. Honestly, I feel like we just don't want to get involved because ngoku bebekhupha imali bekhupha ma 10,000 bebesithi babhatalela ntoni bona, and they were okay with it then. Bebesithi babhatalela ntoni and they were okay, and now all of a sudden they want the money back. Hey, and some of them are not working, so bacinga neza 10,000 ngokuba those 10,000 would make a huge difference. Okay, guys, anyway, now I want us to read the letter for Sfiso, the previous Secretary General. So it says that to President Jacob Zuma, CC, the National Office Bearer, subject, stepping down as the Secretary General. The above subject matters bear reference. This correspondence serves to express my profound gratitude for the opportunity to serve in the MKP as the Secretary General. After serious consideration and for the love of MK, I have decided to step down as Secretary General. This is not a decision that came easily, but my employment conditions dictates that I return back to my employment. Furthermore, I wish to unconditionally extend my heartfelt and warm-felt appreciation for the collective leadership under the stewardship of President and member of MKP at large. I'll always be available for any deployment by MKP leadership, but not in capacity of being an office bearer due to imminent changes to the legislative framework to be applicable to public servants. My resignation as Secretary General is effective from 4th of November, which was yesterday. This allows the leadership and the President to communicate effectively with the members and to identify a suitable replacement to take over the work of the office I hold. I remain a member of the MKP and commit to serving in any capacity deemed necessary by the party, including retaining my role as the member of the National High Command. So my question was, why would you take such an important office and give it to someone who is temporarily suspended in their job, who might maybe decide to go back to their job? That is instability. Because now, ever since MK has been started, there's been so many Secretary Generals. I'm going to put the other one here for you guys to see. So many Secretary Generals chopped and changed. And it's such an important structure to be chopping and changing. And I really hope the next person they're going to put is going to be like a person who's going to last for a while. Because you can't have people in and out while you are trying to create stability. You just can't. You honestly cannot. And then if you remember the previous Secretary General, Anditi, he also wrote a letter and he said he was going back to his job and he has decided. Then few weeks later he was returned back as the SG, and then after a week he resigned again. Imagine. So nje, where there's smoke, there's always fire. And then this is the letter from the Gauteng province. It says that Dr. Goodhope Maseko, Chief Director, it says that reinstatement to active duty, your suspension letter and the subsequent disciplinary inquiry referred to. The disciplinary hearing concerning the matter mentioned above has been concluded in the fair and just manner. The parties are awaiting the chairperson's findings. As a result, there is no reason for you to remain on suspension. The suspension from duty is lifted now, and you are directed to report from duty immediately. Please report on Tuesday, 29 October, 8 a.m. Again, you've got 2 job offers. If he wanted to stay in the MKP as the Secretary General, he could have just stayed and said, Gauteng, I'm not going back. I'm going to stay as the SG, if he wanted to. He didn't have to go back to his job, by the way. For everyone who says that, no, he is going back to his job, he didn't have to. But he chose to. So that should tell you something. But anyway, as we know that there is another person that resigned from the MK. I posted this the other day. There is another person who resigned from the MK. Apparently, these people are resigning because they feel like, we've spoken this over and over, because they feel like the roles are given to people that are just arriving in the MK, to people that are new in the MK. So, okay, anyway, I don't think I'm gonna get to that last part that I said I was gonna post, because I want this video to be I don't want it to be long, man. I don't like this thing of posting long videos. But I do wanna pass by this one thing. There is a person who's also ranting on Twitter. Apparently he made the biggest billboard, which I'm gonna attach for you guys. He says that he posted in March. He says that Vugani, the biggest billboard in Newcastle, is greeting you. I'm gonna attach that for you. So he posted a long thing yesterday. He's been renting coming out. He says that sadly, this billboard was never ever paid for. They ran to Parliament and we were left behind with the debt. Initially, the people of Newcastle raised the funds around 14,000 and there was an outstanding balance. We were left to see how it gets paid. After the owner donated 400,000 billboard space to keep it up for 3 months. He then said, I'm sorry you had to be stuck alone in the mud because you were genuinely helping, but I will settle the outstanding balance. Other billboards in Mpumalanga were assisted with, people contributed and paid. For people who are asking why we have been quiet for months, just know fighting for dignity yomnyama is costly, especially because they don't care bona. All they want is to get what they've always wanted, positions. You will clean up all the mess after you were fighting for them. In fact, they were not even happy that we did this because they like to control. When others do izinto, baba nenkinga, forgetting that some of us don't give a damn about egos. We don't fear anyone. As long as people are served and happy, we will do what people want. Anyway, this was resolved because you must never leave things unattended. We'll always be grateful to the owner of this billboard. He used his money and time to support what was a great initiative. Note, we have received if anyone tries to lie. Abantu abamnyama bazokumangaza. We didn't stop fighting nje because sitanda. We saw the true colors of how it is like ukutanda and to support your people. Never do it. So this person has been ranting and talking about how he was betrayed about MK, how their movement has been betrayed by MK after they've done so much work and they've campaigned for the party, and he says that people only cared about positions. There's just a whole lot. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. Just let me know what you think, because I don't know what's happening. But I always say, where there's smoke, there's always fire. Where there's smoke, there's always fire. And people I see, they've been taking claim and saying, yeah, take them to call them for an interview. There's also the little girl in Patriotic Alliance also resigned in Parliament. Her name is Cleo. She has resigned as well. So people were taking claim in Parliament City. Call her to come for an interview. And get when EFF leaders, EFF members resign, you call them. Call these people to the interview. Ish. So I don't know, guys. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. Is this story adding up that the Secretary General has resigned because he's going back to his job? Is this story adding up? Sana, I mean, when you've got 2 job offers, you choose one if you really want it. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm not going to say anything because in the Anazi, you're going to come for me and then it's a zone took. So I'm not going to say anything. And I see people are posting on Twitter already, Dr. Ndlozwana, our incoming SG in the MK. Yo, Nina, niyabhora shem. And ubani ngamfumana uNdlozi, soze silale. Uyabona, one thing I'm praying for Dr. Ndlozi, akaqine isibindi. Hayi makanyamezele, because sana imagine if Ndlozi would leave us for MK. Kunini bemclaim, they've been claiming him for so long. Even when he has told them that Jacob Zuma is old, they are still claiming him. Guys, son. Anyway, guys, Aluta continua. The struggle, it always continues, guys. It always continues. Please make sure you subscribe. It is free of charge. I'll see you on the next episode. Let's meet in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Is this the beginning of trouble, or it's just minor? The party is still in the finding stage, as you guys used to say. But now the party is still new. It's still in the infant stage. Are you guys still saying that? Let me know. Alute continue, guys. The struggle continues.